Welcome to VeraMind, where English becomes clear.
Ava, in the meeting today, my boss asked me a question. I did not know the answer, so I panicked and made something up.
Oh no, you bluffed. And now there is wrong information out there with your name on it.
Exactly. I was so scared of looking stupid by saying I do not know, so I invented an answer. It felt awful.
Here is the thing, Milo. Saying I do not know is not the problem. Saying it badly or lying is the problem.
So it is okay to not know something, even in front of my boss?
Completely okay. Nobody knows everything. What matters is how you say it. Done well, I do not know actually builds trust.
Builds trust? By admitting I do not know something?
Yes, because it shows you are honest and reliable. Today, I will teach you to say I do not know like a confident professional, not a scared beginner.
Please, save me from ever bluffing again. Teach me the right way.
The golden rule of not knowing: never bluff, and never just say I do not know and stop. Always add what happens next.
So I do not leave it at a flat I do not know?
Right. A flat I do not know sounds unhelpful. The magic formula is, honestly admit it, then say you will find out.
Admit it, then find out. So the follow-up is the key part.
Exactly. I am not sure, but I will find out and get back to you. That one sentence turns weakness into reliability.
I am not sure, but I will find out. That does sound confident, not clueless.
It is confident. You are being honest and showing you will solve it. That is exactly what a good professional does.
So honesty plus a plan to find out equals trust.
Precisely. And never, ever bluff. A wrong answer said confidently is far more dangerous than an honest I will check.
Never bluff. Admit it, then find out. Okay, give me the exact phrases.
Phrase group 1. Admitting it well. Do not just blurt a flat I do not know. Soften it and sound calm.
So, how do I say it without sounding lost?
Start with a little cushion. Say, that is a good question. Or, honestly, I am not sure about that.
That is a good question. That buys me a second and sounds thoughtful.
More options. I do not have that answer right now. Or, I am not certain and I would rather not guess.
I would rather not guess. That sounds responsible, not weak.
Exactly. It shows you value getting it right over saving face. That is a professional attitude.
So admitting it can actually make me look careful and honest.
It does. That is a good question. I am not sure. I would rather not guess. Calm and honest beats a flat I do not know.
That is a good question. I am not sure. I would rather not guess. My honest admission, sorted.
Phrase group 2. The most important. Showing you will find out. This is what turns not knowing into reliability.
So right after I admit it, I say how I will get the answer?
Exactly. Never stop at I do not know. Add, let me look into it and get back to you.
Let me look into it and get back to you. That sounds proactive.
And give a rough timeline if you can. I will find out and let you know by this afternoon.
I will let you know by this afternoon, so they know when, not just that I will.
Perfect. A timeline shows you are reliable. More phrases, let me check and confirm. Or, I will get you an answer shortly.
Let me check and confirm. Simple and dependable.
Yes. Let me look into it. I will get back to you by. Let me check and confirm. This is the phrase that saves you every time.
Let me look into it. I will get back to you by. Let me check and confirm. My follow-up. Ready.
Phrase group 3. Partial answers. Sometimes you know a little. You can share that, carefully.
So I can give what I know, without pretending to know it all.
Exactly. Flag that it is not certain first. Say, off the top of my head, I think it is around 50, but let me confirm.
Off the top of my head. So they know it is a rough guess, not a fact.
That is the key. Always label a guess as a guess. I am not 100% sure, but I believe it is X.
I am not 100% sure, but I believe. Honest and helpful.
And protect them from a wrong answer. Let me confirm before I give you the wrong number.
before I give you the wrong number, so they see I care about accuracy.
Beautiful. Off the top of my head, I am not sure, but I think, let me confirm first. You can be helpful and honest at once.
Off the top of my head, I think, but let me confirm. My careful partial answer, sorted.
Phrase group 4. Pointing to the right source. Sometimes, the professional move is knowing who does know.
So I do not have to be the one with every answer?
Not at all. Knowing where the answer lives is its own skill. Say, I am not the best person for that, but Sarah would know.
Sarah would know. So I am still helping, just pointing the way.
Exactly. More phrases. Let me check with the team and get back to you. Or, that is really a question for the finance department.
That is a question for finance, so I send them to the right place.
And you can offer to connect them. I can put you in touch with the right person. That is very helpful.
I can put you in touch, so I solve it without knowing it myself.
Perfect. Sarah would know. Let me check with the team. I can connect you. Directing to the answer is still solving the problem.
Sarah would know. Let me check with the team. I can connect you. My redirecting sorted.
Phrase group 5. The tricky one, when it is something you probably should know.
Yes, that is the worst. When I feel like I am expected to know it.
Stay calm and own it lightly. Do not panic. Say, good point, I should have that to hand. Let me check and confirm.
I should have that to hand. Let me check. So I own it without groveling.
Exactly. A light, honest owning is far better than a nervous bluff. Or, you know what, let me refresh my memory and come right back to you.
Let me refresh my memory. That sounds calm, even a bit charming.
It is. And never over-apologize for not knowing. One calm acknowledgement is enough. No, I am so sorry. I am terrible at my job.
So no beating myself up. Just own it and move to the fix.
Right. I should have that to hand. Let me confirm. Let me come right back to you. Calm ownership keeps your credibility.
I should have that to hand. Let me confirm and come right back. My should know moment, sorted.
Phrase group 6. Not knowing in an email. In writing, you have time, so there is no excuse to guess.
So how do I write I do not know professionally?
Be honest and give a timeline. Say, I do not have that information to hand, but I will get back to you by Thursday.
I do not have that to hand, but I will get back to you by Thursday. Clear and reliable.
A more formal version. Let me look into this and revert to you shortly.
Let me look into this and revert. That sounds very professional.
And if you need to check with someone, I will confirm this with the team and follow up. Then, crucially, actually follow up.
So the follow-up is a promise I must keep.
Absolutely. A broken follow-up destroys trust. I will get back to you by, let me look into it and revert. I will confirm and follow up.
I will get back to you by, let me look into it and revert. I will confirm and follow up. My email version, sorted.
Now let us run a real one. I am your manager in a meeting. I am going to ask you something you do not know. Ready?
Ready, and I promise I will not bluff this time.
So, Milo, what were last month's exact sales numbers for the North region?
That is a good question. Honestly, I do not have that exact figure to hand right now.
Okay, do you have a rough idea?
Off the top of my head, I think it was around 20,000, but I would rather not give you a wrong number.
Fair enough. So what will you do?
Let me check the report and confirm. I will get you the exact figure by the end of the day.
Perfect. And if you cannot find it?
Then I will check with Sarah in finance. She would know for sure. Either way, you will have it by 5.
Milo, that was excellent. You were honest, you did not guess, and you had a clear plan. I trust that answer completely.
So not knowing did not make me look bad at all.
The opposite. You looked reliable. That is the whole secret. Admit it, offer to find out, and always follow up.
Admit it, find out, follow up. I will never bluff in a meeting again.
Now 3 mistakes people make when they do not know. Fix these and you will always sound professional.
Yes, please. I did the first one today.
1. Never bluff or make up an answer. A confident wrong answer is the most dangerous thing you can give. Honesty always wins.
So no more inventing answers to save face.
2. Do not just say "I do not know" and stop. That sounds unhelpful. Always add the follow-up, "but I will find out."
So I never leave it at a flat "I do not know."
3. Do not over-apologize. You do not need to say sorry 10 times for not knowing one thing. One calm acknowledgement is enough.
So I stay calm, not ashamed.
And the big one, if you promise to find out, actually follow up. A forgotten promise is worse than the original "I do not know."
Never bluff, always add the follow-up, stay calm, and keep the promise. My "I do not knows" fixed.
Let us lock in the key lines. Say them with me, out loud. Ready? The honest admission. That is a good question. I am not sure.
That is a good question. I am not sure.
Let me look into it and get back to you.
Let me look into it and get back to you.
Off the top of my head, but let me confirm.
Off the top of my head, but let me confirm.
Sarah would know. Let me check with her.
Sarah would know. Let me check with her.
I will get back to you by end of day.
I will get back to you by end of day.
Perfect. Those 5 lines let you say, "I do not know" like a professional. Practice them until they are automatic. Quick recap. Say "I do not know" and sound reliable doing it.
Admit it. That is a good question. I am not sure.
Find out. Let me look into it and get back to you.
Partial answer. Off the top of my head, but let me confirm.
Redirect. Sarah would know. Let me check with the team.
In writing, I will get back to you by Thursday.
Never bluff, always follow up, stay calm. That is the whole skill.
Admit, find out, follow up. Honest and reliable, the whole thing.
Not knowing is fine. Handling it well is what builds trust. So, Milo, next time someone asks you something you do not know,
I will not bluff. I will say I am not sure, but I will find out. And then I actually will.
that is it. And remember, honest and reliable beats fake and confident every single time.
Honest and reliable. That takes away all the fear of not knowing.
Exactly. What do you usually say when you do not know an answer at work? Tell us in the comments. We read them all. Next lesson, saying no at work politely without guilt or drama.
VeraMind Studio. Clear English. Confident you. Now go say I do not know like a pro.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll be waiting for you tomorrow. Bye!